Hello, Brave Awakened Ones. QV here. It is the 4th of June 2020. Light Warrior Extraordinaire. Okay. Um, it's 5 o'clock in the morning here, East Coast, Miami. And I actually started doing prepping for this video at 4 a.m. because I really need to get this information out. This is first video I'm going to make today, and then the second video is going to be a very important NRV, so tune in. But this video is for those who are woke and not truly awakened. And it's not about defending my stance or defending myself. It literally is to help shake those woke people up, shake them into being awakened, to shove a big red and then a purple higher thinking pill, or should I say, let me see, a purple, amethyst colored pill. Try to trigger an awakening and ascension in them, a true awakening, not wokeness, because there are a lot of people out there, black, white, every color under the rainbow, who are their wokeness is what is driving them into sheer stupidity, um, st- just stunting them spiritually. Um, they're behaving in a very spiritually retarded way. Okay. And I'm saying this because, I'm at wit's end when it comes to my own family. Okay. Now, these dark ones, this deep state cabal, and yes, there is a deep state cabal, woke folks, they're going after the youth hard. Okay. When I see grown folks, you know, late Gen Yers and Gen Xers, and even some boomers talk crazy that are actually falling for this setup. And it is a setup. It's not to say the man's not dead. I honestly think he's dead. Floyd is dead. Just like the other guy in Paris who had the knee put on his head is dead also. Okay. I'm going to show you a picture. Now, again, I am in Twitter jail for a while. I will not take down my post where I call Twitter out for allowing burn it and let it burn trend, yet take down my video for saying as a black woman, and yes, I'm black. Last I checked, I don't know. I was called nigger and had it spray painted on my locker and in school. So, because I grew up in an Italian neighborhood. Yeah, last I checked, I am black, by the way. Mm-hmm. And so is my mother, who came here in the 70s with a sixth grade education and a few $100s, went back to school, brought in her children and her mother and about 10 other relatives from Haiti. And by the way, I was born on a farm, my grandmother's farm in Haiti. Went back to school, managed to purchase 3 homes, raise a family, help out relatives, okay, and retire comfortably and travel the world. I guess she didn't get the memo because you're black and you're oppressed from systemic oppression that you can't do these things. You got to talk to my 80-something-year-old mother. I guess she didn't get the memo. Black Lives Matter. Hashtag BLM. I guess she didn't get the memo. I guess I didn't get the memo either. If I would have, I never would have gotten my 3 degrees. I would have sat there and twiddled my thumbs waiting for welfare, which, by the way, my mother never took. Okay? Any which ways. I just can't. Is there systemic racism? Like I've said, yeah, man. I've had my locker spray painted nigger. Okay. I've had nigger written all over my books in school. I was tortured. I had a group of Italian boys try to hang me with my jump rope. Okay. Needless to say, I freaking jumped one of them, the leader, off his bike, and I knocked out all of his teeth, and I was the one who got suspended for it. Okay. And that was in Catholic school. Okay. And everything else, St. John's University. So yeah, it happens. Okay. Did I let that stop me? No. Did any of that stop my mother? No. Do you have the balls to get up off your ass instead of waiting for a handout and do it? That's what I'm saying. Do you have the balls? Apparently you don't. If you're sitting there bitching and saying that I'm not black enough because I'm not sitting there burning shit down and beating up white people and trying to kill folks because I'm not melanated, bite me with that, all right? You can miss me with that bullshit. Because last I checked, everyone in my, not everyone, even though we're mixed, guess what? They see this dark skin, okay? This dark skin. And the majority of the racism goes on between black people and Hispanic people because, yeah, okay, my grandfather's Cuban, all right? My dad's family, French, okay? So, yeah, we're mixed, all right? But all they see is this dark skin. Those kids who spray painted nigger on my locker, they didn't ask, give me your family picture so we could see if there's white in you, all right? All right? None of that happened. It's all up in here. You're either still on, you must still be on the plantation in here. My family, we're Haitian, by the way. We're the ones who were the first nation to be free from slavery. All right? We freed ourselves in our minds, those of us. A lot of us are still on the goddamn plantation, unfortunately, and Haiti will be free too. Trust me on that. That is going to happen. If you're out there thinking that you need somebody to tell you that you're free, then you're in shackles up here. This is where you're imprisoned. This is where you're a slave. All right? I'm not a slave up in there. Neither is anyone in my family. So miss me with that. Miss me with that. Okay? Now I have some visual aid for you woke folks. Because even my own nieces and nephews, I'm going to send this video to my sister, but not nephews. Thank God the boys aren't acting stupid. My own daughter and my two tween nieces have lost their goddamn mind and have drank the freaking Kool-Aid. All right. My daughter's been gone, she's been gone crazy. She's a Bernie bro. But my nieces, my two little tween nieces, dear God, these children, they're aiming for the children, just like the brown shirts Nazi time, okay? It's the propaganda. It's the insane propaganda. These girls' heads were twisted by this event, by the amount of propaganda. This may sound funny, but it's driving my sister up a wall. They're, of course, they're tweens. They're little kids. So they can't go out in the street on their own and protest, okay? My sister has them locked up in the house. So their idea of protesting is by going topless. I kid you not. Because my older niece, the teenager, she texted me and called me in a panic. She goes, oh my God, they've gone nuts. They're running around the house topless, I kid you not, screaming Black Lives Matter and trashing the teenager's room. Kid you not. They're trashing her room and they're topless. And my sister's like, my God, they've really gone crazy. Help me. They think they said they're going to do their protesting at home. So their idea of protesting is by trashing their older sister's room, screaming Black Lives Matter, and they're topless. I can't even. This is what wokeness. What's the difference between what they're doing and what the adults are doing? Because they're about to get pounded by their teenage siblings. They really are. If they don't stop the madness, they're about to get their asses whooped. I warned them. And yeah, what they told me, the little tweens, what they said to me was, well, it's the price we have to pay to be heard. And then I said, okay, I'm sitting here, and I let them listen to the sirens. I live in Miami. I am on the beach side. My business is in Miami, and I'm right across from the fire station and annex police department. I literally could see the fire station outside my window. I'm across the canal. They're across the canal from me, and I'm on a lower floor. So I'm hearing sirens all freaking night. And yes, I know I'm protected. God has me protected. Okay. But it is nerve wracking. It is nerve wracking hearing those sirens all night long. Okay. It is nerve wracking. It's nerve wracking. Wondering if I'm going to wake up and find out if my business was ransacked and burnt down, or even worse, are they going to come to my home and destroy my home? It is nerve wracking. And guess what? They're not going to ask, are you melanated enough before doing it? Okay. They're not going to ask me if I'm melanated. Any which ways. So let's get to this. All right. I don't want to make this too long. And I had to get around my Twitter wall. I found my way. Okay. Now, I don't know if these are bots, if they're just a bunch of trolls or bots, because they love to say, well, I've been watching you for a long time. That's like my alarm, that they're nothing but a troll. Okay. But I'm going to just read you some woke stuff. Okay. So some people could just know and see. How do you know Antifa didn't do it? They're referring to a clip that I put. It was, does her Black Lives Matter? All I'm seeing is hypocrisy. Where are the BLM protesters when blacks are being gunned down by blacks in the inner cities? Crickets, crickets. We're going to show some good examples, okay? Since y'all need some visual aid. All right? And apparently these people decided to throw the race card. Okay, try to play the race card with me. You get none here. Okay, how do you know Antifa didn't do it? They're all doing it. They're all doing it. Okay, miss me with that. Damn well they're all doing it. If you want visual aid, I'm going to give you some visual aid. It's black and white. So don't tell me, oh, how do you know Antifa didn't do it? Antifa is freaking took over the riots a long time ago. Okay, they brought the protests into riots. And here's something I want to bring up. Why was it so easy to go from protests to riots? Okay. And what's the difference between what MLK did and all of those people preceding our generation did to what is going on now? It has to do with logic. It has to do with bringing solutions to the table. Screaming to just arrest the cops or kill all white people or bend the knee to black folks because we've had 400 years of oppression. This is the tiniest violin I'm freaking playing for you. That's not a solution. Where's your damn solution? Where's your list of demands? Burning up a cop car? Burning up a 3-family building and then stopping the firemen from going and rescuing a child who's trapped in the building? By the way, that was black people doing that? That is not going to get you anywhere except people to say, you're acting like animals. Mindless fools. Okay? That is what's going to get you. It's going to get you much disrespect by logical black people and logical every other color people. Logic has no color. Having some type of sense has no damn color. It doesn't even have an economic class, a social class. It doesn't. Logic is logic. Because there are plenty of woke tards out there of every economic standing. Plenty. Most of them seem to be up on the higher end. The real woke tards, okay, who are sitting behind their gated communities and with their millions and billions of dollars in the bank saying, burn it, yeah, and we'll bail out the people who did it to you in your neighborhoods. But if you come over to our neighborhoods, we're going to start screaming and crying and pull out our guns, right? But don't you do it. You guys take out your frustrations. It's 400 years of frustration that you're burning down your own businesses, your own places. So where do you go when all the smoke clears? Where do you go? Where do you go, woke tards? Where do you go when the smoke clears? Okay. I lost my train of thought. All right. So frustrating. How do you know Antifa didn't do it? Because there are plenty of pictures out there showing it's all of you guys. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. I don't know if I've seen any Asians out there. And how convenient the masks are all mandatory now. Are you guys seeing any of this? Really? Or someone well-meaning who didn't know the owner was melanated. I guess you should put a sign, hell, I'm melanated. What's your percentage of melanation? Is it good enough? What's the percentage good enough for you to count as melanated? Of course, Black Lives Matter. Looting isn't right, but it sure makes the point that the public is powerful. How are you powerful? By endangering more lives. Are you any better than those cops? Are you any better? No, you're not. Because you don't make sense. They have insurance for the restaurant. By the way, it wasn't a restaurant. It was a beauty parlor. They'll get over it. They'll get over it. They'll get over it. Shows just how ignorant you are, Nikki Ranks. And I'm just going to show you the depth of your ignorance. Let's get to it. Let's just get to some more ignorance. Is she black? Are you referring to me or the person's place that they ransacked? You've been vibrating hella low. I'm vibrating hella low. Amethyst, Amethyst Shock Star, whatever. Okay, I'm vibrating hella low. You used to watch me. Oh, I lost you. Be gone. Be gone. Because obviously, no, I didn't Sherpa you enough. I didn't Sherpa you. It's not good enough. You need one of those bricks upside your head, obviously. So go out there with the protesters and see what happens, okay? Obviously. Again, you are ignorant. What you said is ignorant and spiritually retarded at this point, and I don't know if I could help you. Maybe it's going to take a bigger red pill to help, and amethyst pill to wake you up. Like I was saying, since you're telling me I'm vibrating hella low, so it matters if she's black or I'm black enough for you to not have your life ransacked, your life's work ransacked? Why, that's mighty woke of you to say, because it's sure not awakened, and you sure as heck not ascended. You're like down here somewhere, still in the melee of 3D, okay, to say something like that, all right? All right, to address, because it's not just these people. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm reading these comments because this is how a lot of people are thinking. This is what the Lane Street fake news media is pushing. This is what's being pushed. This is what's being promoted. Okay? They're not showing the majority. Well, mainstream media is not showing any of what's really going on, because if people saw the truth, then that would completely bust everything, right? That would bust everything wide open. That would stop their agenda, wouldn't it? So let's start off by playing this. I want to play this for you guys. Thank you, Jerry.
It is the middle of the night in America as we go to air after another violent, troubling and dramatic day tearing at the fabric of US society. In fact, as we speak, the situation in New York looks horrific, with at least 2 police officers run down in separate incidents by vehicles in Buffalo and in New York City. Let's tonight look at some of the events, put some context around them, and consider the options confronting politicians and law enforcement officials. I want to start with George Floyd's brother, Terrence, who made a brave, respectful and inspirational visit to the very place his brother was so cruelly killed.
Okay, now you have George Floyd's actual brother going down to where his brother was killed. And yes, I do think the man was killed. And it was a setup to trigger this so-called civil war, this war that the deep state so desperately wants and has been salivating over. Okay, which is why they also did it in Paris, which is why they also did it in Tokyo. And we're going to hit on that because a lot of people don't know that, right? That's why the riots are breaking out everywhere else in the world. It's a setup.
Peace on the left. Justice on the right. Peace on the left. Justice on the right. Peace on the left. Justice on the right. That's what I'm talking about. I understand y'all upset. But like it was already said, I doubt y'all and y'all half as upset as I am. Come on now. Speak. So if I'm not over here wilding out, if I'm not over here blowing up stuff, if I'm not over here messing up my community, come on. Then what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all doing nothing. Because that's not going to bring my brother back at all.
There you go. Y'all doing nothing because that's not going to solve anything. It's not going to bring his brother back. It's not going to solve jack. It's just not. Okay? It's not going to solve any damn thing. All right? What's going to solve it is to come up with solutions. I myself have been brutalized by police. I grew up in New York City. I was brutalized by police. On a personal note, my first real horrible experience with a cop, a white police officer. In New York, we don't get little yellow school buses. We have to take public transportation. I started taking public transportation when I was in the 3rd grade, by the way. It's what we had to do. We had our little train passes and our bus passes. I had my little train pass, had on my little schoolgirl uniform, was going to an all-girls school in Queens. White cop stopped me, asked me for my train pass. They love to harass the students, especially the girls coming from the all-girls school, okay? I don't think it had anything to do with color because I've seen white girls get harassed also, okay? They, because there was 2 all-girls schools in the area and the cops loved to harass the girls and they would try to frisk us. And this time he took my wallet. There was no one around because I was coming late from cheerleading practice. So it was in the evening, okay, late evening. And I gave him my wallet and he said, "Oh, you're a pretty little girl." I didn't say anything. I didn't even weigh 100 pounds. I weighed literally, I think I weighed like 88 pounds. I was very skinny because I was very athletic. And he said, "Yeah, but I don't think this is real." I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I sounded the same back then. I said, "I don't know what to tell you." And he's like, "Oh, you don't know what to tell me? Oh, let's see what you tell me. Well, when I teach you a lesson." And he grabbed me by the wrist and he started to drag me to a bathroom in the station, in the subway station, underground station. And I'm screaming and fighting. And you know what his partner was doing? Another big adult white cop standing outside the turnstile. He turned around, laughed while he was dragging me to the bathroom to rape me. There was no one around. There were people coming here and there sparsely, in and out. No one said anything while this big white cop is dragging this little freaking 80-something pound girl to an underground bathroom. I got away. I waited till I heard the train coming in and screeching to a halt. And that's when I reached down there, twisted really hard, smashed him on the foot with my shoe. He loosened his grip on me because he was on me, and I ran. And I heard his partner laughing the entire time. So what do you think my view of police is? I don't like them too much. Was that my only incident with a cop, a white police officer? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Okay? Hence why I don't live in New York. Don't like it very much. Is there systemic racism? Yeah. I went for a job interview with my BFF a while ago. We were teenagers. And it was for IBM, by the way. It was for summer jobs, IBM. She's a few years older than me, but had nothing to do with age. I was of age, it was 17 and over. So we had to take typing tests. I was a crazy typer. I was really good. And I typed, was it 72 words a minute, which wasn't even my top speed, with 3 errors. She typed, I kid you not, 38 words a minute, and she had like 15 errors. It was terrible. And who got the front desk job? She did. And then she was shocked. And we together asked the lady in HR, this doesn't make sense. And she said, well, she fits more the type to be in our front office. I'm going to further your application for our back office. I'm like, that's not what I applied for. She goes, well, she's more our type for the front office. She's Caucasian. She's Italian. Did my friend take the job? Yeah. Did it take me a minute to get over it and actually talk to her again? We're still friends at this point. We've been friends since we were in grade school. Yeah. She cried. She felt horrible. She goes, but I need the job so bad. I have to help my mom and dad. I said, okay, take the job, But guess what? That didn't stop me. I didn't flip tables and say systemic racism. I took my skills down the block to the biggest law firm. I said, you know what? Bite me, IBM. I'm going to go to this law firm. Everyone thought I was crazy, but guess what? I got the job at the law firm, making $5 an hour more than I was going to make at IBM. IBM, it was really close to, it was like literally a few cents above minimum wage. I have never in my life, since I was a teenager, have made a job being paid minimum wage. Never. I got paid more than adults that were working there, and I was a kid. So the shackles are in your brain. You tell me I can't do it, and that is nothing more than a dog whistle. Since y'all love these dog whistles, that's my dog whistle to say, bite me. I'm going to go above and beyond what you just said. Okay? Now back to solutions. Like what he said, you're rioting, you're burning, you're hurting people, killing people. It's nothing. You're getting nothing out of it. Why? Because you don't have solutions. All right? What is solution? Being someone who has been brutalized by the police, I actually went down with demands myself. Were they heard? At least I know I did it. At least that Black Lives Matter wasn't around back then. I remember contacting Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, since they made such a big hoopla and came to my school with the whole Tawana Brawley thing. But no, that didn't matter, because it wasn't. We all know Tawana Brawley thing. Look it up, people who are younger than Gen X. Look it up. It was a setup. Okay, Tawana Brawley was a teenage girl who said these congressmen kidnapped her and tried to rape her. And they try to manipulate her. She literally said that. Try to manipulate her. And she wrote, nigger or whatever it was in feces backwards on her. So, you could, or it was a marker, Sharpie she did that with. I know she had feces on her too, backwards. So, she did it in a mirror. Okay. And it was a whole setup. Al Sharpton went down, Jesse Jack. They all look like fools. They're back full force now because people have their memories are like this. The memories are like this. The same crooks that did that back then when I was a kid, they're doing it again now, and people don't even remember. I remember because they came to my school pushing that shit. So I thought, okay, this is before it got busted wide that it was a total fraud, okay? I thought, hey, let me contact them. Let me try to get help from them. This cop tried to rape me. No one came to my rescue. And this was actually more than once. I went to One Police Plaza. If you're from New York, that's the big police headquarters in Manhattan. And I made my little declaration. Was it ripped up in my face? Yeah, it was. But at least I know in my heart, I made my declaration, my declaration, and the big, people who are supposed to be there for you, NAACP, which honestly have lost their way. To me, they're part of Black Lives Matter. They've been taken over, just like Black Lives Matter, and we're going to prove that Black Lives BLM was taken over by an organizer, okay, who came out there, which you're not hearing in the fake news media, are you? But I'm going to show you. So my suggestion was to reform the police department by changing the psychological test, because cops have to take a psychological test. Okay, change the psychological test. Change your hiring practices. Get rid of the ones on top. Okay, change what's going on in the police academy, because that's what they're producing. They're producing these cops who don't value our lives. And it's not just Black lives, it's every life, who don't know how to act. They simply don't know how to act because they're not mentally equipped to. They're taking these really messed up in the head people to become cops because that's what they want. They want brutes and tyrants who don't know how to think right. My first boyfriend became a cop. He lost his basketball scholarship and he became a cop. We stopped talking. It took him. Here's what happened with him. Puerto Rican dude, became a cop, okay? A lot of guys that I grew up with became cops. Lord have mercy. And one of the major precincts where in my neighborhood where I grew up was busted back then in the 90s for major corruption. Major corruption. I grew up in a real mafioso neighborhood, very mafioso neighborhood. So what happened with him is he actually failed the psych test twice. Twice. He failed the psych test. Then took it the third time and got into the police academy. How do you fail a psych test twice, but you get into the police academy? He got in on the third try. All right. This guy had no business getting into the police academy, but this is what they're looking for. They're looking for guys like this. Okay. So he got into the police academy, graduated. Within a few months of him being on the beat, he got into a shootout. All right. They always put new cops in the worst places. They got into a shootout. It was a drug deal gone bad, blah, 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 blah. And he freaked out after that because he failed his psych test 3 times and couldn't handle it. He freaked out so bad. He was coming to visit me. He lived down the block from me. We grew up together. He was coming to visit me, and my neighbor's door was open. Back then, it was okay. We lived in Queens at the time, and my neighbor, we live in those row houses in New York, and they all kind of look alike. He went into my neighbor's house because he's like, I went in because I know your mom never leaves the door unlocked like that and open like that, but my neighbors always did. And he drew his gun. He almost shot my neighbor's dad in their own home. Hello, have we heard of that happening before? With cops freaking out, walking into homes that don't belong to them, thinking they're somewhere else and killing the people who live there? He almost shot my neighbor's dad. They're Filipino. He almost shot him. Then he came to me and was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And at that point, he always had his gun on him. And I had told him before that, do not come to my house with your freaking gun. Leave the gun home. You're not going to come and hang out in my house with your damn gun. I don't like it. He almost shot my neighbor's dad. He's lucky they didn't turn him in and I didn't turn him in. But that was literally the last time we spoke. And then 9/11 happened, and then I contacted him for that and stuff like that because we all lost people there. And my office was 5 blocks away from the World Trade Center, another setup. So yeah, that's my experience with the police, okay? And that's my solution. You have to get them early. Change the hiring practices. Change how you get into the academy. Change the testing process. Change the training process. That's the real change. That's the real change that needs to happen. And that I do hope happens because to me, that's the major solution. Personally experiencing and seeing it up close. Okay? So let's get to the nitty gritty to help these woke people wake up for real. So that's what his brother said. All right? Floyd's brother. Okay, now I want to play, because I have to jump around. Okay, here we go. Here's the evidence about how much of a setup this is. This is Tokyo. Cops choking out a guy. Minneapolis. We all know this. How convenient, right there in open view, right? Open view. They're making sure everybody could see. Floyd being killed. This dude, Paris, this is Paris, being killed right there. Knee to the neck for at least 8 minutes. Thank you, Beach Milk, for this picture. I'm just giving you guys a minute to soak that in. Do you guys see what's going on here? Do you guys see the setup yet? Do you guys see the trigger? Do you guys see the gun and the trigger? Do you see what's going on here? Do you guys see it? But this is not being shown in the mainstream media. This is why the entire world is burning up. Because people aren't seeing the connections. They're not putting two and two together. They're allowing themselves to be triggered. They're going through emotion. All emotion, no logic. Because emotions are so easily manipulated. I forgive you for your stupid comments. Now here's the comment I played. Because as an entrepreneur, this is why I keep pushing this stuff. Because it's near and dear to my heart and it means so much to me.
Problem that bothers me, you says Black Lives Matter. I work here part-time. Plus, I'm a part owner of this store.
Oh, it is a restaurant, sorry.
You said Black Lives Matter. Why don't you choke me? I'm black. Look what you did to my store. No! Look what you did to my store.
Tell them, sister. That's right, because I got their back. These are my
Look.
boots right here.
Look
Good
at the
men.
things you done.
Good men.
Look!
The Black Lives Matter.
We've been here all night cleaning up. All night cleaning.
And you got black people standing right here with them.
Tell me
That's right.
Black Lives Matter. You lied. You wanted to loot in the store. You needed money. Get a job like I do. Stop stealing. This is the neighborhood. We trying to build it up and you tearing it down.
Exactly. You're doing exactly what they want you to do. If you want to talk about, the white man keeping you down, you're keeping your damn self down because you're doing exactly what they want you to do. Black people like her, black people like me are trying to build up. You're right, it is a restaurant. I don't know why I thought it was a beauty parlor because I did see a beauty salon getting torn to shreds too. And it was black owned on top of that. Okay, so you're doing exactly what you think the man is making you do. You're doing it to your damn selves. Okay, woke tards. Okay, this made me sick to my freaking stomach and so angry. This making me angry more than anything. And I'm gonna play this. I can't even look. I gotta avert my eyes. Tell me when it's over.
We're not blaming God. We're not shaming anybody, guys. We're just humbling ourselves before you. Yes, Lord. You brought the thunder and rain today, God. Because Satan takes an L today. Father, in Jesus' name, you get the victory. Father, we ask for forgiveness from our black brothers and sisters for years and years of racism, of systematic racism.
Okay, I couldn't look. Hearing it alone was making me sick enough. Really? I need white people to bow to me. They were not praying together, okay? That was a setup. That was some BS setup, nonsense to play on white guilt, which has been something that's been being pushed for a while now. And it sickens me. I have a friend with a son who went to high school with my son. Well, they were together since grade school through high school. And he attempted suicide because he said that he's never going to erase the sins of being white, his white privilege. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't even have words. I don't have any more words for that. I just find that disgusting. And any person of color worth their salt, and any white person worth their salt will find it insulting. I find it freaking insulting. Insulting as hell that I'm that stupid that I need that. All right? Stupid. Stupid bullshit. Stupid. Okay. This is what a protest looked like. But again, this is another black guy in Paris. This is back in 2016. This guy was killed. This African dude was killed by the police. Was this the one that was killed in Africa in 2016? Paris on Tuesday night while others did it. Is this the 2016 case? Yeah, this is the 2016 case. Now they're bringing up him being killed back in 2016 and tying it together with that. Of course, put it together. But this is a protest, yes. But where are the solutions? Where are your demands? Just arresting these cops isn't going to do anything. Where are your solutions that make sense? Where are your solutions? Burning stuff, breaking stuff, that doesn't mean anything. Where are your solutions? I don't hear anybody taking to the mic talking about solutions. And if I'm trying to take to the mic using social media, because if I go out there, I have my ass, well, you know what? They could try, but I'm a warrior in every sense of the matter, and I will defend myself. That's all I got to say about that. I will defend myself. I go out there. I don't want to have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that no one's making sense out there. So for me to go take a mic and go stand outside and to try to give solutions, no one's looking for solutions right now. They're looking for excuses, not solutions. They're looking for pity. They're looking for handouts. They're looking for revenge. No one's looking for solutions. So me going out there, because I know there's going to be plenty of people, bots, who are going to storm me and say, well, why aren't you out there? You should join Black Lives Matter. You should stand out there and say that. Okay, my account was suspended. I got 83 videos, 83 posts removed from Facebook. I was in Facebook jail all last week. Okay, so I'm trying to do it from a safe place. If I try to go out there and try to speak with the insanity going out there, no one's going to listen because they don't want to hear a solution. They don't want to hear the solution. They want to continue. Again, burning up your own stuff makes sense. That's showing your power. This is showing your power. This is showing your, sure, that's so powerful. Yeah, okay, now what? When you get up, now what? This is showing your power. It's showing brainlessness. It's showing that you're so easily manipulated by your emotions because that's all you have. You don't have the intelligence or the wherewithal to come up with solutions. Okay? That's all it's showing to me. Now, if Black Lives Matter so much, I put Chicago death shootings 2020. I don't see any black. I see George Floyd. No. Is that anything to do with all the black on black crime going on? I see Beetlejuice over here. No. No. And I went through this thousands of times. Yeah. Okay, I see this. This is a beautiful protest. Again, I would love the solutions where you got to take it from the beginning, the way they hire police officers, and education for Black people, for the minorities in the inner cities to help stop this. Okay. Teach people how to not be on public assistance. Okay. Again, no. We need justice, more stuff that with shootings of cops. No. Where are the celebrities? No celebrities. Let's hit the stats here. Oh, here are the stats. Here are the stats. Take it in. A person is murdered about every 15 minutes. This is 2020. This is as of 6/2. Here we go. Here are your trends. Murder. Black on black crime, by the way. Here you go. 392 shootings so far this month. I'll put the link in the description below. Where's Black Lives Matter? Where's your outrage? They're melanated. Why aren't you screaming about that? Again, yes, the cops need change completely. Like I said, I've been a victim of it. They need it completely. But where are your solutions? Those of us who try to speak sense, we get attacked. Okay? But put in Chicago protest, and this is what I'm getting. Right? Oh, yes. Oh, the virtue signaling celebritard, the Holly weirdo from Pedowood. Oh, yes, he's so strong. He's giving you the magma face. Yes, look at him. Oh, he's so powerful, so strong. John Cusack. So strong. Look. Oh, yes, he has the shot. He has the shot to put on his Instagram. Yes, the virtue signaling. This is the insult. People, this is what's so damn insulting. This is what's demeaning. And this is what I got suspended for Twitter. Well, not the first time, twice in a week. And now I'm really suspended unless I take down some posts, which I'm not going to do. They could bite me. So yeah, the virtue signaling celebritard. And it doesn't matter what color. It could be black, white, whatever. But the virtue signaling, gag, cringe worthy. This is all under Chicago. I don't see anything that has to do with what's really going on in Chicago. Do you? What's really causing the majority of black deaths? Do you? Where's Black Lives Matter for it? Where are you? BLM. Now here is a former Black Lives Matter Ferguson organizer. All right, I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's 15 minutes, but the link will be in the description below. Okay?
What's up, world? It's your man, Chaziel Sons. And I haven't really been hitting nobody in the head. I've been doing a whole lot of growing in the last about year and a half, 2 years. And I want to make this video because I've been concentrating on just family and close friends and whatnot, and just kind of leaving the movement to the professionals. And it was just like, I'm basically say it like this. Around the time, I say, probably the end of 2015, somewhere in there, probably going into 2016, I started to notice, I began to notice infiltrators coming into the movement, which is it's been like this for a long time. But I actually started to see them all online, making fake pages. And basically, these fake people, part of the black movement, or whatever you want to call it, were basically, feeding off our emotions, trying to get us involved in things that we're not involved in, trying to get us to believe in things that we weren't familiar with, and basically pushing us far to be more left and democratic. And one thing I want to say right now is, if you are a revolutionary or anything like that, you're not even supposed to believe in politics. So for the people who still are believing that this movement, this black movement, even some of these white movements are legit, man, you have a lot of growing to do. I'm going to say it again, you have a lot of growing to do. And I'm going to concentrate right now, anyway, on the black leaders. Okay? the black leaders, a lot of the black leaders, and I wanna hit with this video. A lot of the black leaders are straight leading us to our demise. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, AB, for posting that video. Link will be in the description. You heard it. You heard it from an insider. Your so-called black leaders, they're the ones leading you straight into the pits of freaking hell. And you're the one lighting the fire. They're pouring the gasoline and you're lighting the fire. Okay? Link in the description. Okay. What else? Oh, yeah. Did this child's Black Lives Matter? Were there protests for this child? I don't know. Let's see.
Killed Saturday night in Gary. Townsville, his twin brother, and 2 other children went to this gas station with a relative to pick up snacks. They had just left when someone started shooting at their car near 26th Avenue and Pierce Street. A bullet hit Townsville in the head. His twin brother, Darius, tried to save his life by putting pressure on the wound.
He's the funniest dude I ever known. He picked everybody up, made them laugh. I miss my brother.
Gary police say they've been canvassing the area and asking for the public's help. A $2,000 reward is being offered for information leading to an arrest.
Okay. Where are the protests? I didn't hear that baby's name mentioned anywhere. Did you? Where's the outrage? Another black child, another melanated child killed. Doesn't matter what color the child was. But since y'all want to say I'm not black enough, was he black enough for you? Is he black enough for you, calling you out? A former organizer for BLM? Is he black enough for you? Is he melanated enough for you? Another thing I want to play.
Today we found poor boy Bala, who invested his life savings into opening this sports bar and cleaning up. While our camera was there, looters came back to try to steal his safe.
Right, trying to steal the safe.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
What color was that person trying to steal the safe out of this former fireman's business who worked his ass off to get there? Oh, he didn't. He looked highly melanated to me. Was he teaching the man the lesson by doing this to this guy who certainly looks highly melanated to me?
So hard.
Today we found poor boy Bala, who invested his life savings into opening this sports bar and cleaning up. While our camera was there, looters came back to try to steal his safe.
Right, trying to steal the safe.
I don't know what we're gonna do. It's so hard to get. So hard.
Today
They all look highly melanated to me. Except the one guy, he looked like a Puerto Rican. They all look melanated. They all look brown or black people to me. And then those who say, that's right, the ignorants who out there saying, oh, they have insurance. Let me show, since it's very obvious the ones saying that have no freaking clue what it takes to open a business, that no check will ever freaking replace. And by the way, yeah, my business is in Miami. I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs wondering, some fool's going to go burn up my place that I just worked my ass off for, that I didn't even get to open yet. And by the way, I don't have insurance on it because I can't get insurance yet because I'm not fully licensed yet. So if stuff goes down, that's it. Do I believe I'm highly protected? I'm highly protected. But you know what? I just want to show you the amount of work I put in to my office to get there. This is what my office looked like before. Take a really good freaking look what my office looked like before. what my business looked like before.
Of having all this space.
Let's take a look. This is what I walked into. This is my business, by the way. That's not too bad, right? Oh, ugh. This is what it looked like. That's tape on the windows, by the way, which took me like 3 days to remove. They ransacked the place because they were evicted. Took me months. And I did this by myself, by the way, because I didn't have the money to hire anyone to do it for me. But the owners were good enough to actually give me free paint. And I worked my butt off to get the rest of the money to do it on my own. Okay? So that mess went from that to this. In a couple of months with my blood, sweat, and tears. And all of this furniture that you see, I was blessed enough that my ex-employer, hospital I worked for, actually, I purchased the entire office furniture, all of it, all of the rooms I was able to furnish. Everything is complete, except that came from my home. Even the chairs you see here, all of this was throwaway furniture from my old employer that I refinished myself. I covered the furniture myself. I painted the furniture myself. The monitors, I actually jimmied and fixed myself. All of it. All of it was throwaway furniture. All of this was stuck. Even these chairs, these office chairs, were broken, and I fixed them. And I brought special, it's like adhesive paint fixer for leather, and I fixed the chairs because they were even ripped. Scratches, ripped, things like that. Okay? I literally refinished these desks. I'm talking scrape off the old finish and put new finish. You tell me how to replace that. I'm listening. This desk alone is a $4,000 unit. It was busted up, scratched up, broken. I did this, put it all together myself because they gave it to me for $200, a $4,000 thing brand new. You would never know, right? You'd never know because I put my blood, sweat, and tears, just like that fireman and that restaurant owner put their blood, sweat, and tears. No check is going to cover that. Okay? No freaking check is going to cover that. Okay, I didn't mean for this video to go an hour long, but I got it all off my chest for you ignorants out there, for the people out there who are woke. Hopefully this will actually awaken you, help awaken you. And that goes for my own family members too. All right. Peace out, guys. Peace out.